Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels has played really well without question at an extremely high level. Now, Daniels has talked about using VR every morning to help simulate live reps that include moving in the pocket, throwing into tight windows. The speed of his VR simulation is set to the highest possible setting. Moves faster within VR than actual human beings. Once you get it out there, everything slows down. I know this is coming. I've seen it before, and it moved more than 20 times faster in VR. So that's interesting. Browns' new offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees, was asked about VR to help train quarterbacks.
Yeah, we do have VR as part of our it's part of the things that are available to our players. Every individual is different on how well they take to those things. Obviously, Jaden's talked about it from his time at LSU even. So I'm very familiar with that. I've used it with quarterbacks in the past. We do have the ability to use that. Again, some of that is on individual basis on how they learn. But part of our job as coaches is to be able to reach a lot of different players that learn a lot of different ways. So if VR is a tool that helps us maximize our players' ability, then that's one that we'll have at our disposal.
And he also said that they used it both at Alabama and Notre Dame. So familiar with it. It's just kind of interesting that Jaden Daniels kind of swears by it.
Yeah, and it seems to have sped up his learning curve.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing to take notice of, because you look at his poise for a rookie, and it's you don't see anything like it. If you're picking quarterbacks that you wouldn't want to have the ball in the fourth quarter of a game to win a game, Jaden Daniels' name will be on that list. Because it looks calm. The chaos doesn't get to him, and for being a rookie, that's super impressive. But you have to listen to the way he trains. He's kind of letting you know that's one of his secrets. Now that might not work for everyone, but if you're a kid who grew up in the video game age, and that's how you grew up kind of learning and assimilating things, and then you can get that exposure to something like VR, and it works for you, by all means, you should do it. It doesn't mean it'll work for every player, but I would at least try it with every player, especially incoming rookies, because we always talk about that learning curve and how fast the game moves for him, and you're not seeing that with Jaden Daniels, and you really haven't seen that all season long. We played him early in the season, and he already looked like game was kind of moving slow for him then. So it's definitely a tool that I would lean on, and if a player took to it, I would just keep feeding him more information until you can max that thing out, because he's talking about these guys look slow now. That's what you want to hear out of your quarterback.
Yeah, there are no bad ideas relative to developing a quarterback when you are in that building trying to do it for the Browns. All right.